ما رأيتك يعني وقع في قلبي هيبة منك، تعجبت منك، لكن الآن زهدت بك، يعني الآن ما عاد لك قيمة عندي.
So Abraha told his translator to tell him that when I first saw you, I felt some type of awe about you, but now that's gone.
أنت أعجبتني عندما رأيتك، الآن أنت يعني لا شيء عندي.
That is, when I first saw you, I was pleased with you, and now you don't mean much.
نعم. ثم قال له: أنا أتيت لأهدم بيتا هو دين لك، فلم تكلمني فيه وتكلمني في 200 بعير أخذها جنودي.
Abraham told his translator to tell him that I came to destroy a house that is related to your religion, and you're only coming to me to ask me about 200 camels.
فقال له عبد المطلب: إن لهذا البيت ربا سيحميه، وأنا صاحب هذه الإبل.
So Abdul Muttalib responded that I'm the owner of these camels, and as for this house, it has a Lord that will protect it.
فأمر برد الإبل عليه.
So Abraha ordered his troops to return Abdul Muttalib's camels to him.
فساقها وذهب إلى مكة، وأمر الناس بأن يتفرقوا يبتعدوا عن مكة حتى لا يلحقهم أذى من الجيش إذا أرادوا هدم الكعبة.
So Abdul Muttalib took his camels and he left, and he went back to his people, ordering them to disperse, to scatter, and make some distance between them and Mecca so that they wouldn't be harmed if the army came to destroy the Kaaba.
ثم أبرهة أصبح متهيئا، بعد ذلك صار جاهزا لهدم الكعبة.
Then after that, Abraha was prepared with his troops to go destroy the Kaaba.
فوجهوا الفيل ليهدم الكعبة، برك في مكانه، يعني لم يتحرك، جلس في مكانه.
So when they directed themselves and the elephant to go to destroy the Kaaba, the elephant kneeled down. It got down and it wouldn't move.
يضربونه يحركونه ليتقدم، ما كان يتقدم.
And they would hit it and they would try to move it to get it to get up and go forth, and it would refuse.
يوجهونه إلى الشام، إلى غير جهة الكعبة يتوجه، يوجهونه إلى جهة الشرق يتوجه، أما إلى جهة الكعبة يتوقف.
If they aimed the elephant, directing it towards another direction away from the Kaaba, then it would easily face that direction. If they directed the elephant towards the east, then it would face that way. But if they directed it towards the Kaaba, then it will refuse to go forth.
ثم بعد ذلك الله سبحانه وتعالى أرسل طيرا من جهة البحر، أرسل طيرا من جهة البحر تحمل كل طير يحمل 3 أحجار، واحدا في منقاره وواحدا واثنتين بين قدميه.
Then Allah the Exalted sent birds from the direction of the sea. Each bird had with it holding 3 stones, 1 in its beak and 2 between its claws.
وكان مقدار الحجر الذي يحملونه قالوا أكبر من العدسة وأصغر من حبة الحمص.
And it was said about these stones that the size of each one was larger than a lentil and smaller than a chickpea.
ومكتوب على كل حجر اسم الذي ستنزل عليه.
And each one of the stones had written upon it the name of its target, the one that it was meant to hit.
وكان هذا الحجر ينزل فوق رأس الشخص يخرق رأسه ويخرج من دبره فيهلك بعد ذلك.
So when the birds dropped these stones, launching them to their targets, each one would fall, hitting the target, the person whose name was written upon it, entering into their skulls, going through their bodies, and exiting out of their rectums.
فهلكوا ولم يدخلوا الحرم.
And so the army was destroyed before they even entered the haram.
ومرض أبرهة وصار يتقطع أنملة صار يتقطع شيئا فشيئا.
As for Abraha, he got sick and his body started to fall apart to the extent that his body was falling off piece by piece.
حتى تشقق صدره عن قلبه.
Until finally his chest opened up and releasing his heart.
وانفلت واحد من الجيش وطير يتبعه.
As for one member of his army, he fled, but he was being tailed by a bird.
حتى وصل إلى ملك الحبشة في ذلك الوقت.
This soldier, he fled and fled till he finally got back to the king of Abyssinia.
لأن أبرهة كان ملكا على اليمن لكن تحت ملك الحبشة.
Because in those days, the king of Yemen would be under the rulership of the king of Abyssinia. So Abraha was the king of Yemen under the king of Abyssinia.
فأخبر ملك الحبشة ما حل بهم. بعد أن أنهى قصته رماه الطير فمات أمامه فرأى ذلك الملك ما حل بالجيش في ذلك المكان.
So this one remaining soldier who was being tailed by the bird, he finally reached to the king of Abyssinia and he informed the king what he saw, what had happened to the army. And as soon as he finished his story, the bird who was following him launched his stone and it killed him. And so that king ended up seeing with his own eyes what happened, an example of what happened to the rest of the army.
وقيل الجيش كانوا 60,000.
Some scholars said that the army was 60,000 in number.
ألم تر كيف فعل ربك بأصحاب الفيل وذكرت قصتها. ألم يجعل كيدهم في تضليل يعني كيدهم أنهم أرادوا أن يهدموا الكعبة في تضليل يعني ما تحقق مرادهم.
So Allah revealed in the first verse addressing Prophet Muhammad, do you not know what happened to the people of the elephant, what Allah did to them? And we mentioned that story just now. And in the second verse, Allah revealed that did not Allah the Exalted make their plot go off course? That is, did not Allah make it so that they did not reach their goal?
وأرسل عليهم طيرا أبابيل معناه متفرقة من هنا ومن هنا.
And Allah the Exalted sent upon them groups of birds from different places, from here and from there.
أو على بعض التفاسير الجمع بعد الجمع جماعات ثم جماعات.
And some scholars interpreted it to mean that Allah sent upon them groups of birds, one group after another.
ترميهم بحجارة من سجيل والسجيل هو الطين الذي طبخ بالنار.
The birds, in the 4th verse, Allah revealed that the birds threw stones that are from baked clay.
نعم. فجعلهم كعصف مأكول فصاروا كورق الزرع اليابس المتفتت بعد أن نزلت على رؤوسهم وخرجت من أدبارهم صاروا كأوراق الزرع اليابس المتفتت.
And in the 5th verse, Allah revealed, and He made them like dry, crumbling leaves. That is, after those stones penetrated them, entering through their heads and exiting from their rectums, their bodies became like dried, crumbling leaves.
بهذا نكون قد أنهينا تفسير سورة الفيل، وإن شاء الله تعالى ننتقل إلى سورة قريش.
And with that, we have finished mentioning the interpretation of the chapter Al-Fil, and we'll move forward mentioning the interpretation of the chapter Quraysh.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لإيلاف قريش إيلافهم رحلة الشتاء والصيف. قالوا في تفسير هذه الآية أن قريشا كانت لهم رحلتان، رحلة في الصيف ورحلة في الشتاء.
So after Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Allah the Exalted revealed the verses in this chapter, and the Sheikh mentioned that what's mentioned about these verses is that the Quraysh, the Arab tribe, Quraysh, they used to have at that time 2 trips that they would make, 2 journeys that they would make at 2 different times of the year.
رحلة في الصيف إلى اليمن، رحلة في الشتاء إلى اليمن، وفي الصيف إلى الشام.
They had one trip that they would take in the
إلى اليمن.
One trip that they would take in the winter time to Al-Yemen, and another journey that they would make in the summertime to the Levant, Ash-Sham.
وكانوا في رحلتيهم آمنين لا يتعرض لهم أحد لأنهم أهل حرم.
And in both journeys that they would take, they had safety. No one would get in their way because they were known as the people of the Haram.
وكانوا يحصلون ما يحتاجونه ويحضرون إلى مكة ما يريدونه.
And on these journeys, they would acquire their needs and bring them back to Mecca.
فمعناه لأن الله سبحانه وتعالى جعلهم على هذه الحالة فليعبدوه وليؤمنوا به، إن لم يؤمنوا بنعم رأوها قبل فليؤمنوا لأجل هاتين النعمتين.
So in these first 2 verses, they contain the meaning that since Allah the Exalted endowed upon them these endowments, giving them this situation where their needs are met with safety, then He orders them to believe in Allah and to worship Him. That is, if they did not believe in Allah and worship Him for some other endowment that He gave them, then let them believe in Him and worship Him for these 2 endowments, the 2 journeys they took, one in the summer and one in the winter.
وبعض المفسرين يقول هذه السورة متصلة بما قبلها، يعني تفسيرها يتصل بما قبله معناه أهلك أصحاب الفيل لتبقى قريش.
And some scholars of the interpretation of the Qur'an say that the meanings of this verse are connected to the meanings of the previous verse. That is, Allah the Exalted destroyed the people of the elephant so that the tribe of Quraysh would persist, so that they would survive and live on.
لتبقى قريش وما قد ألفوه أيضا من رحلة الشتاء والصيف.
And it's for them to survive, live on, and for what he facilitated for them of these two journeys, what they became accustomed to.
فليعبدوا رب هذا البيت فليعبدوا الله سبحانه وتعالى رب البيت الكعبة.
And in the third verse, Allah orders Quraysh to worship the Lord of this house being the Kaaba.
الذي أطعمهم من جوع وآمنهم من خوف، يعني أطعمهم بالرحلتين من جوع شديد كانوا فيه قبلهما، وآمنهم من خوف عظيم وهو خوف أصحاب الفيل إلى غير ذلك.
So Allah ordered them to worship the Lord of the Kaaba, and in the fourth verse, that is the Lord who gave them food, the Lord that provided and sustained them with food, that is the food that they acquired when they got their needs from these two journeys they took, once in the winter and once in the summer. That is the Lord who protected them from fear, the fear that they had of the people of the elephant.
بهذا نكون قد أنهينا تفسير سورة قريش، وإن شاء الله ننتقل إلى تفسير سورة الماعون.
And with that, we have finished mentioning the interpretations of the chapter Quraysh, and we'll move on to mention the interpretations of the chapter Al-Ma'un.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين، يكذب بالجزاء والحساب.
So after Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Allah revealed in the first verse, do you know of the one who belied judgment?
فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم، من أوصافه أنه يدع اليتيم بمعنى يدفع اليتيم عن حقه.
And in the second verse, Allah revealed more qualities and attributes of this one who belies the presentation of the deeds and judgment, that he repels the orphan from his rights.
حتى يعني لضعفه، ليس له أب، لضعفه يتكبر عليه فيرده ويأخذ حقه من المال.
That is, because the orphan is weak, his father has passed away, then this person arrogantly pushes him away so that he can take his rights from money.
لأنه في الأصل لا يؤمن بالحساب، لا يخاف العقاب في الآخرة، لأنه لا يؤمن بالبعث يوم القيامة.
Because this non-believer, his situation is that he doesn't believe in resurrection, so he doesn't believe in the presentation of the deeds, and he doesn't believe in judgment, so he doesn't fear the punishment for his evil deed.
ولا يحض على طعام المسكين، أيضا لأنه هذا من صفاته أيضا أنه لا يطعمه ولا يأمر بإطعامه، وهذا أيضا لأنه لا يؤمن بيوم الجزاء.
And Allah the Exalted revealed in the third verse, and he doesn't order with feeding the poor, nor does he feed the poor himself. And this is also because he doesn't believe in Judgment Day.
فويل للمصلين، فويل للمصلين الويل وهو شدة العذاب الله تعالى توعد به من غفل عن الصلاة وأخرها عن وقتها حتى يدخل وقت الأخرى.
And Allah the Exalted in the fourth verse threatens the one who delays the prayer until after its time has passed with severe torture.
الذين هم يراءون يقعون في الرياء يطلبون محمدة الناس في أعمالهم.
So in the fourth and fifth verses, Allah reveals that there will be severe torture for those who delay the prayer without an excuse until after its time has passed. And in the sixth verse, those who are insincere, that is, those people who do the acts of obedience seeking the praise of the people.
يراءون الناس يريدون مدح الناس في صلاتهم في عبادتهم.
That is, they want the praise of the people from their deeds and from their prayer and other acts of worship.
فلا يكون له ثواب بل يكون عليه ذنب وهذا ذنب لهم.
So the person in this situation who is insincere will get no reward, rather a sin will be written upon them.
ويمنعون الماعون من الأقوال فيها أنهم يمنعون الزكاة.
And in the seventh verse, and that they don't pay the zakah. That is, among what scholars said in interpreting this verse, is that it means that they don't pay zakah.
هذا معناه في قوله تعالى أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدع اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين. معناه هذه صفات الكافر فلا ينبغي للمؤمن أن يقع فيها.
And so this chapter contains the meanings that this person who belies the day of judgment, what are some of his qualities that he doesn't that he takes the rights of the orphan, and that he doesn't feed the poor, nor does he encourage it from others, and that these are the qualities of the non-believer. So the believer, the Muslim, should not fall into the same behavior.
ثم جاءت الآيات التي فيها فويل للمصلين فيه التهديد لمن يؤخر الصلاة عن وقتها حتى يدخل وقت الأخرى ولمن يصليها مرائيا.
And in the verses for the fourth verse and the verses after it, there is a threatening for those who delay the obligatory prayers until after their times have passed and the time of another prayer enters, and those who do the acts of obedience, the acts of worship, seeking the praise of the people.
بهذا نكون قد أنهينا تفسير سورة الماعون. إن شاء الله تعالى ننتقل إلى تفسير سورة الكوثر.
And with that, we have finished mentioning the tafsir of the chapter Al-Ma'un, and we'll move on to the chapter of Al-Kawthar.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر، والكوثر هو نهر في الجنة.
Ya Muhammad. After Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Allah the Exalted revealed in the first verse, addressing Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, saying what means, surely we have given you Al-Kawthar. And Al-Kawthar is a river in paradise.
هو نهر في الجنة حافتاه من الذهب.
It's a river in paradise, and both sides of it, like its shores, are of gold.
ومجراه المجرى الذي يجري فيه على الدر والياقوت وليس في أخدود.
And like the rivers in paradise, it flows above ground, but what it flows across is made of pearls and rubies.
تربته أطيب من المسك.
The soil of this river is more fragrant than musk.
وماؤه أحلى من العسل.
And the water of this river is sweeter than honey.
وأبيض من الثلج.
And whiter than snow.
إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر. معناه صل لله مراغما لقومك الذين يصلون لغير الله. وانحر معناه اذبح لله ولا تذبح لغير الله، مراغما هؤلاء الذين يذبحون لأصنامهم. يعني افعل هذا لا تفعل فعله.
And in the second verse, Allah revealed, after revealing that He has given Kawthar to Prophet Muhammad, saying what means, thus pray for the sake of Allah and slaughter for the sake of Allah. And it means don't do like those others do who pray for other than the sake of Allah and slaughter for other than Allah's sake.
معناه وإن لم يعجبهم هذا الأمر أن تفعله.
That is, even if what you do doesn't please them, then do what Allah ordered you to do.
وقيل غير ذلك.
And some scholars said other things.
إن شانئك هو الأبتر. معناه إن مبغضك يا محمد هو الأقطع، هو الأقل الأذل المنقطع.
And in the third verse, Allah revealed that surely the one who hates you, he is the one who is humiliated. He is the one who is detached from goodness.
الله. وهذه نزلت في رجل كان إذا رأى الرسول عليه الصلاة والسلام، إذا ذكر الرسول عليه الصلاة والسلام يقول دعوه فإنه رجل أقطع. معناه لا ولد له، إذا مات انقطع ذكره.
And it's mentioned that this chapter of the Qur'an was revealed in reference to a man who used to say, whenever he heard the Prophet being mentioned, he would say about the Prophet, leave him, surely he is an iqta'. That is, he's a man with no sons. That if he died, then he will be forgotten.
Allah. فنزلت الآية في قوله إن شانئك أي مبغضك هو الأبتر. معناه هو الأقل الذليل.
And so these verses were revealed in reference to that person, that which means that surely the one who hates you, he is the one who is small. He is the one who is low.
طيب إن شاء الله تعالى نقف هنا ونكمل في الدرس القادم.
And God willing, we'll stop there and continue with in the next class.
والله أعلم وأحكم وبارك الله فيكم.
And Allah the Exalted knows best, and may He bless you.